Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Oh yeah, we got a great show for you. Myself and my guest, Lloyd Strayhorn, will be on tonight. Oh, the Ministry of Numerovation on YouTube alongside K.S.P. TV and media. Don't let others stick you in a corner. Don't let others stick you in a corner, family. You know what we're talking about. Highlighted topics tonight are recognizing patterns, learning from your cycles. You must put in the work and more. With Brother King Simon Kwaku, with guest Lloyd Strayhorn tonight. Subscribe, be notified. Subscribe to be notified. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a friend. Share it, like it, love it. You got to love this. Don't forget this Wednesday, July the 21st at 8 p.m. K.S.P. TV and King Simon presents Black Cop, the real deal. Mr. Richard Lewis is coming in the building. One of the most decorated New York City police officers in history for doing the right thing back in the day. Speak about police and back in the day. He's going to be speaking about police back then and now. Make sure you get his book, Black Cop, the real deal. He'll be here on Wednesday. Mr. Richard Lewis. Don't forget about my classes, my holistic Numerovation course. 2 links, baby. 9-phase course, 8 hours. The regular price is $222.22. But until August the 31st, well, actually until July the 31st, it is $199.99 for an 8-hour course. So make sure you hit me up on that email, the numerovator@gmail. That's the numerovator@gmail. We launched this course on June the 22nd. Myself and Etoy, the Healing Experience. So we're waiting for you to learn what you need to do to understand these numbers, baby. Remember, support Carbon Royalty. If you want to pay for the classes, pay for the course, you can also go through Cash App. $ King Simon 3158. Or go to www.paypal.me/King Simon. Now, if you want my books, make sure you go to you can go to Linktree, baby. Go to Linktree, family. That's Linktree/King Simon, the Numerovator. Make sure you get all of my books, all 4 of them right there, baby. Make sure you get all 4 of my books. Don't forget about Better Health Shop. They got all your great health needs. Make sure you go to that Etsy shop. That's betterhealthshop.etsy.com. That's betterhealthshop.etsy.com. 1-800-820-7822. That's 1-800-820-7822. Give them a call. Oh yeah, my partner in Vibe, you know who she is, Empress Aisha Moore. She'll be on with me on Wednesday, so look out for her on Wednesday. Don't forget, support my son's music, Prince Imagine. That's his information right there at the bottom. Don't forget, support 1million_adornment. Empress Aisha Moore's earrings lines, handmade earrings family. Make sure you show us some love. Go to her IG, and that's at 1million_adornments. And tell her King Simon Productions sent you. All your real estate needs, baby. You want a consultation for real estate on how to buy your first property? Make sure you call 347-866-1153. That's 347-866-1153. Give Janelle Lewis a call. The man that's going to be on with me tonight, Lloyd Strayhorn. Make sure you take his classes. Go to his website, www.lloyd-strayhorn.com. That's www.lloydstrayhorn.com or lloyd-strayhorn.com. Hit him up. Hit him up. Hit him up. You can get all his books, and make sure you hit him up on his 1-800 number right there on his website. That's his 1-800 number right on the website. Hit him up. Hit him up. Hit him up. Pick up to pedalwise.com. Yeah. Pedalwise. If you want that 10% off coupon code, make sure you hit them up. You want to get 10% off, all you have to do is send in that coupon code at King 2021. That's King 2021. You get 10% off. If you want to do a numerovation session with me, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. If you live on outside of the United States, use WhatsApp. If you live in Canada, you live in the Caribbean. If you live in Africa, if you live in England, use WhatsApp. 347-496-1022 if you live outside of the United States. And because you don't have Cash App, you can use PayPal. Of course, we got a content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views, opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Woo, we're going to have a good time tonight. You know why? Because the Ministry of Numerovation is in the building, and numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. Okay. This is the show we're doing tonight. This is the show we are doing tonight. Thank you for the round of applause. Thank you for the round of applause. Yeah, I miss my family. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, I'm happy. Thank you for the applause. The applause button's going to keep on running. I'm going to keep on running. But tonight's drink is Pum. Someone in Jamaica might say Pum. Yes, Pum. I drink tonight. Well, I drink Pum tonight. I mean Pum. It's a wonderful antioxidant superpower food. I'm telling you, this one is the pomegranate drink. That's right. It's good for circulation. It's good for the blood. It's good for the intestinal tract, the colon. It's good against cancer. All that. So go get you some Pum or some Pum, whatever way you are, call it. Pum or Pum, but a man will love Pum. So I'm going to take a sip of my Pum. Oh, yeah, that's delicious. So give that a round of applause. Yeah. Why not? How y'all feeling out there? It's your brother King Simon in the mother flipping building. How y'all doing today, family? What's going on with y'all out there? Where y'all hailing from? Let me check on the chat and see what's happening before Lloyd come in, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. How y'all feeling? Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Like I said, I got my palm or poem, whatever you might call it. That's your business. Me like the poem and not the palm. It's a wonderful thing. Wonderful drink. Oh man. So big up to everybody. Winston-Salem in the building. Okay. Hey, well, you can get this if you want to buy this. They're not advertising on my show, so I don't care. But you can actually get this in, of course, Whole Food, Trader Joe's. Certain supermarkets might sell it in the drink section. But it's the one I remember. Polite is the one that introduced me to this years ago. And I've been drinking it ever since. Sometimes you get the plain. This one is cherry. You got the raspberry. You got the blueberry. It's good for the circulation, good for the energy, good for the vibe, people. So don't mess up. And tonight we're going to have a good show for you. I want to give all of y'all a well-deserved round of applause. Also, big up to Benita Sutton. Congratulations, girl. I heard you got married, or seen it on IG that you got married. Go ahead, girl. Oh man, and you married your bestest friend. I'm so proud of you. Married your bestest friend. We're broadcasting on King Simon Presents. We're broadcasting at the K.S.P TV. We're broadcasting on the Numerovation, the Ministry of Numerovation, or the Numerovation Nation. We're broadcasting on Twitter at King Simon Prime. Yeah. We're broadcasting on Facebook. Yeah. Bring it to Atlanta ATL. Yeah. Bring it to the Atlanta crew. Oh. Yeah, Winston-Salem. Wherever you calling from, make sure you put it in the chat. I see Atlanta in the building. I see Winston-Salem in the building. I see Brooklyn in the building. Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you hailing from? Just put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Where are you? If you're on an island, if you're on the island of Jamaica, if you're on the island of Trinidad, island of Grenada, if you're on Rikers Island, hit me up. Minnesota in the building. Philly. What's up, Philly? Philly. So. I came to bring the vibe tonight. I I got my teacher coming on. Uh-oh. I see I'm pausing. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Don't worry. I'll be back. Don't worry about it. I'll be back. I see what's happening. Okay. I guess the internet is trying to tell me to calm down. Calm the hell down, King Simon. Calm down. That's what the internet is trying to tell me to calm down. So I see what's happening. I'm freezing every now and then. I'm looking at a few other cameras here. But it's all good. How y'all feeling today? Hey. Big up to Sister Valid. What's up, Sister Valid? How you doing, girl? I hope everything is well with you and the family. Let me see myself on Facebook, see what I'm looking like on Facebook. Yeah, I gotta have multiple things going on here. So I know they're trying to my algorithms. Okay, I see what's happening. Okay, there it is. Slowing me up. It's trying to slow me up on Facebook too. Slow me up on okay. Just want to make sure everything is right. How you doing? Cafunia, what's up, girl? What's up, Cafunia? Karen, okay. Big up to Karen Dobson. I'm not hearing you. Okay, working now. Hey, what's up, Karen? How you doing, girl? First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming. Of course, I want to thank all the ancestors for allowing us to all be in the same space, whether virtually or not. Want to thank, of course, the great big powers beyond this, and all of you, and the great big powers that you are doing, of course, and how you're working hard to be your very best. Let me check my my cameras here. Yeah, I think okay, there's a little technical difficulties going on, but it's all good. We're gonna get past that. I'm sure by the time Lloyd Strayhorn comes on, we'll be popping. So let me put that disclaimer up here real quick. Let me put that up there real quick. Please pardon any technical difficulties. Of course, it's like I said, I'm drinking Yeah, but it's not liquor, baby. Mm, it's pum. Love me, pum, pum, Lord of mercy. Love me, pum, pum, Lord of mercy. Love me, pum, pum. You know what I'm saying? Oh, big up to Monier. Monier, what's up? Monier's in the building. What's up, Monier? How you feeling today? How you feeling? The whole copper vibration crew spoke to your husband the other day. Glad everybody up. Big up to the people from out of Greensboro is in the building. Big up to Greensboro. Tonight we got a special show for you tonight because we're gonna be dealing with cycles and patterns. Yeah, we got a certain show. We're gonna be dealing with this. This is what we're gonna be dealing with. Topics. Of course, don't let others stick you in a corner. Don't let others stick you in a corner. The highlighted topics for the evening is going to be recognizing patterns, learning from your cycles, and you must be willing to put in the work. You must put in the work. Nothing is going to happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? This is not an overnight microwave. You press a button and it's all good. That's not happening. You know what I'm saying? You didn't come out of your mama's womb. You didn't come out your mama's womb in 90 seconds or 1 minute. You didn't come out your mama's womb in 1 minute. So hey, don't expect if you want to be great or successful in anything you do, don't expect you to don't expect that that's going to happen for you. So it's very important that you understand. Me and my guest Lloyd Strayhorn, world-renowned astro numerologist. Of course, let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, I see him in the background about to come up. Make sure make sure y'all go to his website. His 1-800 numbers on there. His books is on there. His classes is on there. So Lloyd will be up there with me. Okay, Lloyd is coming up in a few seconds. So yeah. So tonight, I was gonna do it by myself, but I said, you know what? Let me make sure I got the Baba in the building. And, got to bring the family in. I'm having a good time, man. That's what it's all about. It's all about having a good ass time. You know what I'm saying? It's all about having a good ass out time. People that know me from my past know I don't have no filter sometimes. If y'all knew me from the club days, y'all would be saying, damn, he's sounding crazy as hell. Again, I'm drinking pum and not pum. You can take it any way you want to take it. But I know it's a good drink. And it's dark red too. It's burgundy. So, moving right along, want to say condolences to of course, the great one himself. Want to say condolences to Biz Markie, who was born on April the 8th. Woo, man, he was born on April the 8th. So, a lot of y'all, if you study anything about numbers and stuff, or study myself or Lloyd, 8 is one of the health numbers, although it's a money number. But as I've studied throughout the years, the even numbers, including the 9, because 9 is really the engulfs all the numbers. It takes all the numbers. That's the highest of all the numbers. So it takes in all the energies of the numbers, as most and other numerologists might say. But 2, 4, 6, 8, and including 9 are health cycles, and health numbers. And when I looked at my brother Biz Markie's chart, as let me see, as I think, yeah, Biz. Let me make sure I am. Yeah, Biz was actually, you know what I'm saying. He was born April 8th. That's right. He was born April 8th, and 8 plus 4, 8 plus 4 is 12, and then 12 plus 5. That's 3 plus the 5. So 8 plus 4, because April is the 4th month. Think about this, right? That's 12, which is a 3. And 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 is a health cycle. All right. So paying attention to his health would have been very important in this time. And then when you're dealing with, and we're dealing with cycles here, because we're going to be talking about cycles, myself and Lloyd. And if he was in a 8 personal, let's say he was in a 8 personal year, and he transitioned in this month of July. So let's add that up. Let's see where that let's see where that leads us to. So 8 personal year plus July. So he's 8 plus July, which is a 7 month. So 8 plus 7 is 15, which is 6, which is also a health year, a health number, but it's also a number of loss or gain, whether it's in family, whether it's in relationship, loss or gain. So anytime you see the even numbers, there could be a loss or gain of something when you deal with even numbers. So not only was he in an 8-year cycle, but he was on an 8 personal month cycle. I mean, a 6 personal month cycle, because 8 plus 7 equals the 15 when 1 plus 5 is 6. So all even numbers. And I usually tell people all the time in my sessions, I said, you know, you got to understand, if you don't do all the necessary work and help stuff that you need to do by the time you reach the 9 cycles sometimes and all that, that's why 9 is also part of that health cycle, because by the time you get there, if you haven't done all the necessary stuff after you've passed these even cycles, boom, it's either going to knock you down and take you off your feet or knock you off of this planet. Pay attention. Pay close attention. And I'm sure Lloyd is going to drop some extra stuff as he come in, because, you know, again, showing so much love to Biz Marquis, who I never actually met up front, but I have definitely been at an event where he performed and back in the day, and he came through SOBs back in the day, you know, showing SOBs, and I used to work at SOB, so that was one of my stomping grounds back in the day, you know. And so, you know, enough respect and salute to Biz Marquis, the great Biz Marquis, because that brother there, he definitely was a pioneer in hip hop. And to all those that knew him, want to thank, of course, Davika. Thank you for sharing some Cash App love, girl. Thank you very much. Give you a round of applause. Share some Cash App love. Yeah, thank you very much. Those who want to share Cash App love, by all means, family. If you enjoy the broadcast or any of my broadcast, family, let me put this up on the screen so y'all can share. Spread love, spread love, I have to act like Stevie Wonder. Spread love, although he didn't sing that song. Spread love, spread love, looking like Eddie Murphy. Spread love, all right. Y'all gonna learn today. So we're gonna deal with cycles and seasons and what's going on. Yeah, we're gonna deal with cycles and seasons and why it's important that you all out there pay attention to your cycles and seasons. Once again, people, don't show hate, show love. Once again, people, don't show hate, show love. So please like, thumb up, and share this video, because believe me, each one of us are connected to a cycle. Each one of us is connected to a number. Each one of us is connected to a pattern, even in our family and in our relationships. And sometimes our women and our men attract certain patterns into their lives. Yeah, man, and it's real. Sometimes it's real. Sometimes it's real. Sometimes you could attract the higher frequency and the lower frequency. It's just up to you on what you want to do with it. A good book that I just got today. Ooh, man, I'm about to leave town. I'm taking this on my trip. This is one of my good books. I just got it today. Your Forces and How to Use Them by Christian D. Larson. Your Forces and How to Use Them. It says in the back of the book, it says, this is a rather remarkable and straightforward book on the crucial topic on how our thoughts manifest our realities and how you can learn to use the power of your own thoughts to create the reality you want. This excellent book takes you through the process step by step, each chapter building upon the last. As you read through this book and put its principles into practice, you will soon find yourself manifesting the life you have always dreamed of. Whether on a high level, on a low level, or a low level, it's totally up to you. But very good book to have in your arsenal. Also, I got Woke Doesn't Mean Broke by Billy Carson. Give these two authors a well-deserved round of applause. Woke Doesn't Mean Broke by Billy Carson. So we're going to talk about something like this because numbers and the interpretation that we have to offer from the numbers also is dealing with your forces and how to use them. So this is a good book to have because like I said in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, numerology is just a part of the puzzle. It's just that tip of the iceberg information that's helping you to navigate through this world. You gotta know how to dance through this world. And if you don't know how to dance, you'll be tripped up, messed up, effed up. So you know how we do. But I see my beloved. I see my beloved in the backstage, and I'm going to bring him on, my beloved brother, my elder, the teachers of teachers, the brother who was back there, back in the day, with the one and only. When they had UAM, not just UAM, I mean, he was there with First World doing this. And when you're walking through Harlem and doing metaphysics, you better know what you know, and you better know that you know that you know. Because if you don't know, they're going to kick you out of Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Let's welcome right here on the virtual stage of King Simon, the one, the only
Lloyd. Simon, you really need to stop. You think we? How many times we had this discussion? Okay, Lloyd will do. You know what's interesting though, Simon, when you were talking about Bismarcky, known as Marshall Hall, that's his original birth name.
Yes.
It was nothing to see these rappers walking through the streets of Harlem. I saw Bismarcky walking through Harlem several times, right here on 7th Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
I would see Tupac when I would go to Sylvia's restaurant. Yep. And in fact, my father used to have a barbershop at 370 Lenox Avenue. And out of the weed spot one day comes out DMX, okay? So I introduced DMX to my son. You know what I'm saying? But this is what the rappers would do with the communities. Now there doesn't seem to be that connection. And this was in the days when the weed spots had you going to the shop. There's nothing on the rack, on the shelves, but a couple of jars. And you know that was the place you need to go, okay? So that's where I saw him coming out of. And he was so nice. This is the point. DMX was so nice. I had my youngest son then at the time who was small. I introduced my son to him. You know, I mean, it was these are the rappers. These are something that we tend to miss. When I met LL Cool J, just as cool as you want to be. So it was cool, but he was so humble. When I met Jamie Foxx, so humble, these guys. You know what I'm saying? But I never forgot that. And that made me think about DMX coming out the weed spot. Okay. Listen.
That's funny. I ran into Method Man coming out the weed spot in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So I was living right across from it. That's why. And I ran into Raekwon too. I ran into Raekwon, but he wasn't coming out of the weed spot. Raekwon was coming out of was on Washington Ave over there in Crown Heights. So these guys, you know, they're out there. And you know,
but I do want to make one correction though, Simon.
Yes.
I am not your baba. I am actually your brother. As long as we understand that, there's a distinction. There's a distinction. So don't even play me, okay?
Baba means father. You know, you're father.
No. We brothers. I ain't your father. We brothers. Okay. I don't know what word there is for that. Get a word for that, because that's where we are.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, brother,
I understand where you're coming from, though.
Well, thank you for coming on the show on such short notice, brother. I know it was short notice. I told you yesterday, and I was glad that you was able to accommodate. And there's people on the chat, man. Make sure y'all share, like, family, do what you like, and stop playing with it. We got people on Facebook, we got people on Twitter, we got people on the Ministry of Numerovation and on King Simon Presents. So we broadcasting on 4 platforms. Working it.
You know, Simon, you really missed your calling. You should be on comedy, because when you were just doing Stevie Wonder, I'm so glad I wasn't on, because I couldn't help but crack up, man. It's just like, you have issues, Simon.
Lord, the people of today don't understand that I can still
Yeah.
Y'all Yeah, but Lord, what's so interesting? I was talking about cycles.
Yes.
And this is the primary thing about cycles, because I want people to understand. And I showed this book because I just got it in the mail.
Yeah, I was checking that out. Yeah, I see the forces.
Your forces and how to use them. And that's basically what we do with our numbers.
Yes,
showing
we do.
people how to use the forces of the numbers, the frequency of the numbers.
Yeah.
And when I remember you telling me about you doing a session for doing a quick session for Wendy Williams, and you let her know her cycles and what she was going to be. Now tell people about that and how important is it for them to pay attention to the cycles.
Well, cycles are everything. You know, the kind of cycles we understand is summertime, then it's fall, then it's winter, then it's spring. So we understand those cycles. For women, they have a cycle that every 28 to 30 days or so they go through. So they look for Aunt Flo to come and visit, as they used to call it. All right. So, but there are all kinds of cycles. There's cycles where fish know how to swim upstream. There's cycles where herds of animals know to migrate from north to south. I mean, there are all kinds of cycles, but these are cycles that are governed by the universe, the higher forces that you and I understand. To our good fortune, we have made it a study, and a rare study, because there are numerologists, there are astrologers, but rarely are there astronumerologists like you, myself, and a couple other people. We're in a very rarefied field where we can see a whole lot happening, not only because of the planets, but because of the numbers as well. So these cycles, and we know from the birthday, there are 3 major cycles. Well, there's, it's interesting. I was explaining when I was on Sirius XM, I was on the phone interviewing T.D. Jakes. He had just put out a book called Destiny.
Right.
And I explained that we all have a destiny. So you, in your profession, you already know, that's when we take the month, the day, and the year we're born, and that determines the destiny, the birth path, the life path. They're all kind of interchangeable names about it. But so we all have it. But then there are individual cycles according to the birthday. That is the month, then the day you're born, then the year you're born. So the first part of that 3-part cycle is called the formative years, your early beginnings, how you were raised and educated, love or lack of love, things of that nature. Then there is and that goes from 1 to 28. So the astrologer will tell you, right around the 28th, 29th birthday, you entered your lunar cycle or come full circle. Then there is the productive cycle. That covers your date of birth. So that governs from about 29, 30 until you're about 54, 55, 56. And that governs, and see, that's the cycle when they call it productive, because now we're adults. Now we're responsible for our own living, our own survival. That's when we have our jobs. That's when we marry. That's when we have children. That's when so it's productive. And that's when time moves fast. And the last cycle in numerology comes from the year a person is born, which is called the harvest cycle, which means what cycle have you reaped from all the 2 months you have. So that governs how our last days will live, people that are likely to be involved. As you and I know, it's amazing. Now, we're making it sound very simple because of this medium we use. But you and I know that when we see people, we are dead serious. So, we joking. Yeah, you have me laughing. Yeah, you have me blushing. But we know when people get with us, we are dead serious. No question.
And you know what's so funny? And people, please like and share. And if you enjoyed the show, spread some love. Find Cash App. Don't forget, Lloyd does have a class on Udemy, but you can go through his website. And of course, it's right here. Of course, you can see it right here at his website is www.lloyd-strayhorn.com. You can get to his 1-800 numbers on there. But I just want you to go all the way there. You can also book your sessions today. He got his newsletters on there. He got everything on his website that's guiding you to where you need to go to help him out and show him love. And of course, I already showed you. I already showed y'all this. Of course, his flyer that I'm so happy he advertises with me. Of course, this is of course the world-renowned astronumerologist, like I said, and this is where you got to go. Lloyd, what I've noticed that in studying this, and constantly studying, I'm dreaming of numbers nowadays.
Yeah,
and I know you do that also. I realize all those cycles can overlap sometimes.
They do.
I also realize, because you got some children that young people that may pass on early. So they didn't really get to live through that cycle. But you have some young, successful people that went through their power cycles. They were still in their development cycle, but went through the development cycle, the power cycle, and all these different cycles, and still died young. Now, tell us, how did you, because I studied that pattern and I seen that pattern. When did you finally discover seeing that pattern yourself as you were studying numerology?
Well, you know, it's interesting. People may look at us because we're older, but that doesn't mean that they're going to live to reach the ages we have. You see what I'm saying? I have no idea when the Creator or the Most High calls us home. And in fact, I'm sure you've had the experience like me. Well, people have asked me, do you know how long I'm going to live?
Yep.
Do you know when I'm going to die? If I know the answer is still hell to the no. Okay.
Yep. I don't
tell my business. Okay.
Yep. But Lloyd, one of your dudes, he was good at this though.
Yes, he was.
Zero was good at this.
Zero was an exceptional human being with exceptional gifts where he could do that. Now, I do understand some of the things of how he arrived at his conclusions, but still I leave it up to the Most High. Another person is this. Evangeline Adams was an astrologer back in the day in the early 1900s.
I have a book.
Now, what people don't know is J.P. Morgan, the founder of the White Star Line that did the Titanic, he actually taught him astrology. In fact, he also had an astrologer on his staff. So Evangeline Adams, in fact, she was the one that supposedly legalized astrology in New York. In her periods of the early 1900s, astrology was like taboo, like to religious communities, okay? And what happens is she was called before the judge. The judge gave her a chart, and she was given the chart right there on the spot. And because of she was able to do the chart, and this was before computers and all that stuff, you punch it in. She was just very skillful. And Aquarius like us, by the way, okay? February the 8th. All right. And she knew whoever that person was, that he died young. I don't know how she knew, but she died by drowning. Well, it turned out that it happened to be the judge's son who had passed away from a drowning incident. And as a result, he was the one that began to legalize. He passed a law that astrology was now legalized in New York City. But it was Evangeline Adams that did that. Okay.
Wow.
So it was those timings. So I mean, even if I know, I'm not going to tell you. And let me tell you, you know how people are. Simon, let's say we said, man, you ain't going to live for 3 months, right?
Yeah.
And 6 to 9 months later, they still living. Next thing we know, we hear from their lawyer, okay? Or they done sold all their worldly possessions. They done sold their house. They got nowhere to live out of. And they're going to sue you and me, okay? So I don't get into it.
Exactly.
Back in the day before they got to all of this, maybe we might have took a stab at it, but nowadays, oh no.
And you know, and the back of the days, they was doing Queen Victoria. They was doing, you know, great men of those times who wanted to know this stuff and would pay the big bucks for it back in those days. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's interesting because J.P. Morgan used an astrologer, and he died on March the 31st of 1913. Okay. Just 12 days before the Titanic had sunk, the yearly anniversary of its first sinking.
Yes.
And Charles Schwab also used an astrologer that he had on his staff. So you notice to those days, back in those days, there's still J.P. Morgan and there's still Charles Schwab. I think it's very interesting that those are the only two that back in the early 20s whose legacy investment is still out there, but they both have one thing in common. They both use astrologers.
Yes.
So when J.P. Morgan was asked the question when they found out, the press ran up to him, is it true that astrology used millionaires? He says, no, it makes billionaires. So that's all I'm saying. So they knew something. And that's why he didn't get on the Titanic either.
That's right. That's why he didn't give up the Titanic. But remember, ironically, as you always exclaim, that he died like right around a certain time after the Titanic anyway.
That's right. He died in his 52-day critical cycle because he was born on April the 17th.
Right.
And so what happened is here's the thing. When the Titanic set sail, its purpose's due date was to arrive in New York City on April the 17th, J.P. Morgan's birthday. Okay. Yes. And so what happens is, had they known that on the day it set sail from Ireland, to pick up people in London and then pick up people in France, and before it goes on to the United States, Mercury went retrograde. Mercury was actually retrograde when the Titanic sunk on April the 12th of 1912. What happens is this: when they send out the SOS signal, instead of it going to the nearest ship, the nearest ship didn't get it. The signal went out to the farthest ship. So by the time the farthest ship finally got to the Titanic, most of the passengers, unfortunately, had drowned.
Right. Wow.
But he did not go.
He did not go. That's right.
Not go. No, he did not. And he had a suite. Don't forget, he owned the Titanic. The White Star Line was his company. Okay.
That's right.
It was going to land on his birthday. He had a huge promenade with everything. So if he wanted to show a lady off or ladies or whatever the case is, he had the whole joint. Yet he did not go.
Right. Yeah, you know, and people, I want y'all to pay attention to this, and please share, like. Please take Lloyd's class. He has a basic and intermediate class on his website. I do think you should also do a palmistry class on your Udemy also, bro. I really do think you need to put the palm.
Well, after you put your class on there, then I'll do that.
Well, I already got the course out, so I'm just preparing everything.
Yeah, you see, because you've already, as they say, you've already done the work, Simon. You know, we just get with Jackie Levine, who is an expert in doing this, and pull your pieces together so you can be in over 60 countries like I am, 2,500 students like I am, in 23 languages. Yes, Simon, this is our science.
That's right.
Without question. And you're one of the best of the best.
And a reflection of you, Baba. You know, a reflection of you, my brother.
Yeah, we'll back and forth. You're my brother. Later for the Baba.
We gonna do that again.
You got to give me a thing that says brother. Babu something.
Okay, brother. Okay. Those that are tuned in, we have the great Lloyd Strayhorn on with us, our brother. And of course, and you know, Lloyd, you know, when you recommended me to study Rosicrucian order, I took that very seriously.
Yes.
And I went in and studied those 52 days cycles and all that kind of stuff. And I also put it in my book, of course, because reflective of what that is. And because I think it's very important that we understand cycles, because I found it in your book. And then you also gave me reference to who was also doing it. And I went and got that book also.
Yeah.
Now, from your studies of the Rosicrucian and why they had their own number system, they said in their studies that it came from the ancients also, that this information came from the people of antiquity.
I mean, everything came out of Africa, man. I don't know why these people here can't handle it, but that's the deal.
Right.
Okay. There's I mean, you know, as I was saying before, people are entitled to their opinions, but not their facts. The facts of the matter that astrology, palmistry, numerology, medicine, all of these are ancient African sciences. So if you notice, Pythagoras, Herodotus, Thucydides, Plato all went into Egypt to study, and they became out the father of this, the father of that, the father of medicine. Pythagoras came out the father of numerology. But how can that be when you go to Africa and where Egypt is, and you study for 22 years? If I study somewhere for 22 years, I should be a daddy too when I come back to my community.
Exactly.
Really? Okay. So, and then the sad part about it is when we talk about our contribution, people think we don't like them. Well, that's their problem. That's their psychosis and neurosis. We have nothing to do with that. Right. All I'm saying is it is up for us to acknowledge our greatness, our contribution to this entire planet. When I did a lecture in Houston at the Shrine of the Black Madonna with Ivan Van Sertima, you know, he explained then that we walked this entire planet before anybody. So when his book, they came before Columbus. So when I went to China, I felt at ease. When I went to India, I felt at ease. When I went to India, I felt at ease. No matter where I've gone at on this planet to date, I felt at ease because our ancestors have walked this entire planet. So people want to get us back to the 1670s. No, my link goes back to Africa. And if we begin to understand that, we begin to have a better consciousness. Now, some people have problems with that. That's on them. I have a right to be here. That's my attitude.
But Dr. Khaled, born January 12th, used to say Africa was our home, our throne where we ruled our home, which was the whole planet Earth.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because wherever you went on this planet Earth, the indigenous ones, the darker skinned ones, the people of hue was found.
Yes,
You
yes.
told me a story in regards to the Chaldeans and how when you went to Kemet in Egypt, they kept on calling you Chaldea.
Yes,
Chaldea.
when I went to Egypt, I happened to have gone during Ramadan,
Yes.
okay, which is a sacred period where they fast and things like that. They
Mhm.
kept touching my skin, Chaldean, Chaldean. I didn't get it at the time, but
Mhm.
two things happened. It was that part of Egypt along the Niles of Chaldea that all the bricks that were used to build the pyramids came
Mhm.
from. It was
Mm.
also that part of Chaldea where the darker persons, the
Yes.
darker complexions of people who look like you and me came
Yes.
from as well.
Mhm.
So it was like, and in terms of endearment, that's the only thing I can say. I don't know why people have a problem with us giving credit to ourselves. I don't understand that.
Right.
And,
Right.
and I don't think we should apologize for our greatness. We are the original man. We
Right.
are the fathers of civilization, religion, culture, medicine, math, you name it.
That's right. That's
And
right.
so now they've got this thing called culture something, CT something, where they
Mhm.
don't want to recognize our greatness, but we can't be denied anyway.
Yes, sir.
You
That's
can't
right.
be. You
That's
can't be.
right.
So anyway, these cycles are designed to guide us. And that's the beauty of what we do. Now, when I
Mhm.
say it's African, what it is African means universal.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so when we do these cycles, it's not just for black people born on the month, the day, and the year, not Asians, not Italians, not so and so white people. It's anybody. If you were born on, you arrived on this planet through the 9 month process, and you come on some month, some day, some year, regardless of your color, regardless of your religion, regardless of your gender, your ethnicity, your economic status, or whatever the case is, you are just as important as the next person in front of you. The beautiful part about what we do is we're able to help people understand the cycles that they go through and how to benefit as a result from these cycles. Now,
Mhm.
people have often asked me, and that's one of the things I want to pose. One of the questions is, well,
Yes.
how do you know a person is bad from their numbers or good from their numbers? To me, it's very simple. It's by the actions. If a person is robbing banks and sticking people up and causing mayhem and nonsense, obviously that person is not living on their best side. Okay.
Mhm.
So all of us have our good side, our not so good side, and sometimes our so-called you really don't want to see this side, okay? And so it's that's how it goes. We're human beings, and so the beautiful part about what we do is we help people understand themselves. We help them understand what their cycles are. And when you talked about the Rosicrucians, what happened is this:
Mhm.
you and I know there are two cycles that we explain to people. One is
Mhm.
the personal year cycle. What is that? That
Mhm.
means the person's month and date of birth added to any year we want to know about, like now 2021.
Yes.
With the Chaldeans, their concept is they go from birthday to birthday. So let's
Right.
say you got somebody born on February the 1st. Well,
Mhm.
on that day, counting forward 51 more days, which makes a total of 52,
Mhm.
that is called the reputation cycle of any person. So whatever their birthday, somebody having a birthday tomorrow, well, all they got to do is count day one and count
Mhm.
51 days forward afterwards, and they will know what their reputation cycle is. So whatever they're going after, whatever they want, they're likely to get. So with the Rosicrucians, they go from birthday to birthday. It's
Mhm.
broken into 7 divisions. 7 is always divisions of nature, and
Mhm.
each division has 52 days in length. For some reason, I tend to remember the odd cycle numbers, such as cycle number 1, cycle
Mhm.
number 3, cycle number 5, especially, and cycle number 7, even more so.
Mhm.
Cycle number 1, that means on the day of your birthday and counting 51 days past that, that means that this is the time for you to launch or do anything that you want to favor you, that you
Mhm.
want likely to go your way. Cycle number 3 is called the energy cycle. That's when you get that burst of energy. You're ready to kick butt. You don't
Mhm.
take no prisoners. You don't let nothing stand in your way. You're energized. You're motivated. You're fired up.
Yep.
All of them, I like cycle number 5 because cycle number 5 is called your success cycle. Give you
Mhm.
an example. When I
Mhm.
was hired by WBLS, WLIB, What they did not know was they had hired me in my success cycle. The original intention was me to be there for about 3 to 6 months. Well, 21 years later, I probably stepped off, okay? They didn't realize they hired me in my success cycle, or period number 5.
Yes, yes.
The one that counts the most is the one that one should be more cautionary about all the cycles from 1 to 7 is the 7th cycle itself. The Rosicrucians refer to it as the critical cycle. You and I didn't make that up. This is, you talk to the elders on this. They call it the critical cycle, which means just as you're coming back around to your birthday, 52 days coming around is when you're at your lowest point, your most critical point. Many people have died or was killed or tragically lost their life. Marvin Gaye was shot one day before his birthday in 1984 on April the 1st by his father in California. Well, his birthday was April the 2nd. Marvin Gaye was in an accident where he was paralyzed 52 days before his birthday. You will see a lot of examples.
You mean Teddy Pendergrass?
Teddy Pendergrass, who I say?
Ray, you said Marvin Gaye, but
no, Marvin Gaye. Sorry, Marvin Gaye. Teddy Pendergrass. Thank you. So what I'm saying is, so I'm not paranoid when I enter my 52-day cycle because you can't avoid it. You can't hide under a rock. I just know that this is when I don't go against the forces of nature. I will not. Let's say I have a person that's getting surgery. If it's elective surgery, which means they have a choice, I will, and they're in their 52-day critical cycle, I would tell them to do it afterwards. I've had a client, unbeknownst, had it in their 52-day critical cycle, and they said it wound up being a disaster, but they did not know that. So as you and I know, timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
This is why we can get up in the morning and see what time the sun is going to rise, the sun is going to set, the moon is going to rise, the moon is going to set, and other things, Simon. So it's all mathematics. So that's what we do. And in fact, one woman called me today and asked me, did I retire yet? This is, you don't retire from this. This
is what you love.
Yeah.
What you love. There's no retiring. There's always reinvention.
And I don't know whether people have asked you as they've asked me, do you have a job? Yeah, but what they don't understand, when you love something, we don't look at it as a job. We look at it as a passion. We look at it as something we love. We look at it whether day, night, or in between. We'll get up and do this. So,
and you know what's so interesting, Lloyd? In regard, even with the patterns, I was on my IG talking about words and their number of energy, and how the word CMOS in the Chaldean system adds up to 26. Right? And the purveyor of CMOS for many years was Dr. Sabi, born November 26.
Exactly.
We can't make this up.
And you know what's interesting? The compound number is associated with the FBI, or Secret Service. Right. But if you go down to 60, down to the middle of Manhattan, down the Center Street, 26 Plaza is where the FBI is located, which I thought was interesting. That it should be located in the building that number symbolically represents. So this is why Simon and I know about things like that, like CMOS and all that. And the great purveyor of it was Dr. Sabi, who was born on the 26th of the month. And when he won his court case, by the way, it was in 1988, and 1 + 9 + 8 + 8 = 26. We can't make it, Simon. I mean, so I don't care how bent out of shape people get. You do the math. Don't take my word for it, brother.
Exactly.
1 + 9 + 8 + 8 = 26, and he's born on the 26th. So for people who don't understand like we do, they say, oh, that's a coincidence. You and I know much better, which is why people need to see you.
See, both of us, sir. That's one thing. Because we come from sometimes we come from the numerology perspective, but we have our own twist to it, our own way. And that's what's the good thing, because this man told me years ago that universal principles will never go out of style.
Never.
And I never forgot that. Never forgot.
Never. As long as there's civilization, as long as a child comes into the world, we will never go out of business. We could live to be 200. We're still not going to go out of business. That's how it is. Now, I'd like to turn the tables around and ask you, How did you
Sure.
come up with the innovative name Numerovator?
Well, you know, studying the principles of the metaphysics science of numerology, that numero, that's where that comes from. And then Vation, being under Les Brown and studying other people. You know, I studied with Les Brown for a whole month back in 2005 when, remember,
Yeah,
he was on BLS and he
yeah,
used to do a class at Penn, the hotel. He used to do a
yeah,
class every
yeah,
Wednesday for free. Every Wednesday. That was classic, for free. And I
yeah,
studied with him, and his daughter was there, and various other speakers like Blunt. And so I combined the two, numerovation. It's really easy to say if people just take their time and just
yeah,
relax.
yeah,
Numero, numero from the Latin word numero, and vation from motivation,
yeah,
using numbers to motivate, which all astrologers and numerologists does. I just put a word to it and has created something that you know, another system behind it, because it's evolving.
yeah,
Numerology is evolving from Kiro's time to Florence's time, Campbell's time, to some of the great Harish's time, who the Indian numerologists. I'm studying
yeah,
all of them. I got Chinese
yeah,
numerologists, Japanese
yeah.
numerologists. So I'm trying to incorporate, and it's not that it's finished. It's still growing.
No,
It's so
you're
much.
still on the journey. The journey is never ending,
It's never ending. And
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 that's
you know,
what makes it nice. You know,
yeah,
you
yeah.
never retire from this. As long as they're human beings, they all have challenges and things like that. So it's really great, Simon.
And I tell people, I tell people, look, when they get your book, you can go in there millions of times and not even, and still, you're still learning. You're still
Yes,
learning. You get my
yes,
book, you're gonna still learn. You're gonna
yeah.
constantly learn if you're serious and dedicated to this. And we
Mhm.
actually don't want people to come. We want you to live your life and don't come to us all the time. But when you need to come to us, you need to confirm, because what religious people have told me is, especially even people like Imam Siraj, the great Imam Siraj from over there on
Mhm.
Masjid Taqwa, and he's born March 11th, right? Master number.
Mhm.
Him, Terrence Howard is born the same day. So
Mhm.
he bought my book straight from my hand when I broke it down, and he said the gray lines in Islam, that's how they say it, Islam. The
Yeah,
gray lines in Islam about astrology and numerology is that people end up worshiping the people doing it. And that's the problem they have. That's the gray. That's really the gray. And that was an imam that explained it to me much better than everybody else. And he said we have nothing against numerology, because he says, sure enough, in the original Arabs was practicing abjad and astrology and all
yeah,
that. We
yeah.
can't deny that. But it's when people start to worship it instead of worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what he was saying to me. Exactly what he said. Part of it, what he said in our
Well,
conversation.
I understand some of that, but another person, another teacher I met who was born on the 11th was Minister Louis
Another,
Farrakhan.
his friend. It's his friend. That was his friend. Those are
Yeah,
friends.
and he said that what we do, Simon, is called supreme mathematics.
But that's what you see. What's so interesting? The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad would understand that. But when I talked to Sister Shahrazad Ali, I was like, hey, brother, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad would promote that. I said he promoted mathematics, and numerology is applied mathematics from an
Yeah,
esoteric
yeah.
perspective.
And they
And
will
he
tell you that the universal language on this planet is
is
mathematics.
mathematics. That's right.
This
That's right.
universal language.
That's
So
right.
you and I, and others that we know, simply have made a science, a metaphysical study and science, because this is a science,
That's
which is
right.
why I explained this has no conflict with religion at all. I don't care what this Islam, his group, Christian, you name it, whatever other religions up out here. This has nothing to do with us. We are dealing with something totally objective, something totally cyclical. And
Mhm.
you and I and others of us who made a study of this science, this ancient African science,
Mhm.
simply know how to read this. So the very fascinating part to me is people will think we're psychics. We're not psychics. We have
That's
just studied the art of understanding these numbers, and we have mastered the art of interpreting these
yes.
numbers, these cycles, and things like that. That's
That's right.
all.
And family, please share, like, and show some love. thumb up the video, thumb up, because remember, thumbing up the video helps to build the algorithms so we can propel this information a little bit more. Share this video because there's more than likely someone that needs to understand certain things about themselves. And I'm not really taking birthdays like that. I just want information, because a lot of people are misinformed about numerology and all numerology. And I tell people all the time, numerology, this means the study of numbers. And because we study it so proficiently, it may seem like we're psychic. And I remember getting a psychic reading from California Psychics. And when I started seeing her doing the patterns and sequences and cycles, I said, excuse me, ma'am, are you doing some form of numerology? She said, yes, I'm doing Kabbalah. I'm doing Kabbalah. And I said, I said, okay. And you know, some of them charge $10 a minute after the first session.
Yes.
They're not playing up to $13 a minute. I said, then what am I doing wrong? Am I not charging $10 a minute?
And then, you know, during the pandemic last year, I had this $100 challenge. I had a Chris $100 bill. This is all yours. You can get it, but you got to tell me when you get up tomorrow morning, how you going to go from the time you get up to the time you go to bed at night and don't use numbers. It's impossible. You're going to make a call, get a call. You're going to go to your computer. You're going to look at your TV, look at the radio. If you live in a high rise, you're going to press a button. You're going to, I mean, there is nothing you can do. And for those smart alecks that say, well, I'll stay in bed all day, that's not it. I'm talking about going through a normal day. It's impossible to not use numbers. If a person filled up their car with gas today, or breakfast or lunch or dinner, or went shopping or picked up an item, or played lottery numbers, or whatever the case is, everything is about numbers. Our teeth have numbers, our blood pressure have numbers. So to a doctor, they look at certain numbers. To an accountant, they look at certain numbers. So why, as metaphysicians, we can't look at certain numbers?
Exactly.
That's all I'm
saying. And you know, Lloyd, and I always tell people, you know, I remember some people would try to, you know, they try to get like boost your ego and stuff and say certain things. I said, let me tell you something. I'm never going to not big up Lloyd Strayhorn, because that man, through his system and what he imparted upon all of us throughout the years, helped save my life. Like many other religious organizations that I went through, even when I was going through them, I was studying numbers and picking up on numbers until 88, when I heard you on BLSLIB. Then I said, that's it. Because I'm in the nation, I'm in the 5% nation, I'm in the Ansar, I'm in the nation with I'm going into nation with, I'm like, there it is. That's it. Right there.
And what people don't know is we definitely got a history, Simon, you and I.
Yes, sir. We go back to we got a history. It's a family history here. You know what I'm saying? And
so don't be calling me Baba. We brothers, okay?
Yes, my brother.
Yes, right here together, knee deep in it.
Yes, my brother. Yes, my brother. Yeah, I've invited. You know what, people? I've invited Lloyd to events of mine, and he actually read couples and read family. And, you know, and that he read my brother. He read my business partner at that time, and all of that.
The Sagittarius.
Yeah, the Sagittarius. He lives in Nebraska now. He born the same day as Dr. Sabi. So
yes.
Yeah. Of course, so my brother and his wife. She's born. His wife is born June 8th, and he's born November 25th. So, and they're still together after all. And they met at those events. They met at that event.
Interesting. That's interesting. They had a nice connection, you know.
Yes, you know, and so, family. This is my brother. Yes, he is my
Thank you.
brother. He's my brother. He's my brother.
Yeah. And I'm just your bigger brother. You my little brother.
And you know, and like his father said, who was an Aries man, always give a man his props. That's why in every book that I deal with numbers, I always have him at the top of the recommended reading list. Always. And that will be always and forever. That's just me.
Well, and you saw on my live TV show, yours, the first name I dragged across my show.
Oh, matter of fact, let's talk about that, because you're starting something, and I want to make sure people get to your YouTube channel.
Well, okay. You know what they say, imitation is the best form of flattery. I can see you doing this so many times. I says, I think I could do that.
Of course you can.
Simon got me on StreamYard. Simon brought me to the 21st century. Simon taught me PowerPoint. And my first presentation of PowerPoint was through your production at Nicholas Brooklyn on Palmer Street, of all things.
That's right.
Okay. So that's why I always give you props for taking me to the 21st century. So what I've done is I've had to get out of my way. I'm so bashful of camera shy. I don't know what that is. So I've started live with Lloyd every Monday, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. It's supposed to be on Instagram, but I think there's a way where you send it up there. I don't know how to do that thing. And I have to tell people to like, subscribe, push a button, something you'll got to do. They ask people to join or whatever the case is. But it's fun. It's and for the first time, I'm really, really excited. But this platform that we're using is because of you, Simon. The platform that I use is because of you. So it is nice that we got an ego that we ain't taking crap from nobody up in this piece. But yet we got an ego that we're not afraid to give each other their props too.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. And that's one of the blessings I learned from my pops, who's the number one just like you. My pops didn't take he was April 1st.
When was your pop's birthday?
April 1st.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
and he had the same numbers as you, 1, 4, and 9, okay? Had you met my father, y'all have been tight. Y'all have been very tight.
Yeah. I get along with elders very well. I get along with elders very well.
You would have got along with my dad. He'd have really loved you, boy, you know? So, but it's these things are so interesting that we go through these things, and now we're at a point where we help people understand what they're going through, whereby, and what I do now, you know how they have the stress numbers? I now call them cautionary numbers, which means just being simply aware. So the illustration I give, let's say Thursday and Fridays are the stress days to a person, whoever chart it is. I'm just throwing something off the top of my head. And what I tell them is like going down a dark street named Thursday or Friday, and down this dark street, there are potholes, there are craters, where you can fall in, break your neck, kill yourself. But then we put a lamppost on this street called Thursday and Friday, which is called knowledge. That's what I call it symbolically. So even though we can't change the conditions of the street, we can see where the heck we're walking, okay? So that's where the difference comes in. So it's not, because I think when we give people their more stressful numbers, they become paranoid, that they can't do nothing. No, that's for other folks. Let them deal with that. We're not paranoid. We have the power of understanding our ebbs and flows, our highs and lows, and know how to act accordingly.
Right. And I always let them know challenges are not bad. It's here to challenge you to be your best or your worst. It depends on how you handle the challenge.
Thank you. That's all it does. It brings out the best in you. If you're cut from a certain cloth, you need to determine God is always going to throw a little dirt in the way, a little block in the way to see if that's what you really want. But nowadays, Simon, people just want to have this, I think it's the entitlement philosophy. You know, you owe me this. Nobody owes nobody nothing, man. You know, in that sense. So we have to think that we have to get out here and earn our way. So we're kind of like old school. The newer school has this expectations of instant gratification, just to add water. But in real life, it don't work like that, planting seeds. As a kid, I went down south and I was with my grandmother. We planted something in the soil, right, Simon? So I'm standing there. Looking for it to go right then and there, okay? Not understanding there was a process in nature that Strayhorn, your butt got to wait, okay?
Exactly.
And so this is how we learn, but now it seems like because of the internet and instant this and whatnot, that everything got to happen instantly right away. But organically, everything takes time. Everything. Anything that's worth its while will take time. It is a process that we all must go through, whether it is love, whether it's career, whether it's money, whether it's success. It's a process.
And that's what I mean on the flyer when I said we got to put in the work.
Yeah.
We got to put in the work, you know, and never be afraid to put in that work, you know?
Well, those who tend to put in the work tend to do better. One day I told my children, let's say you're going for surgery, kids, right? And I said, do you want a surgeon to operate on your heart that cheated his way all through medical school? Or do you want a surgeon that bust his chops and put in the work and studied and did everything he did? It was simple. Even to my kids then, they would want somebody who did the work, not who cheated their way through school. Okay, so shortcuts work up to a point, but it doesn't have the longevity or the depth of experiences that always goes with that which is required.
Can
Yes.
you see that? Can you see what I got up there?
Yeah, you got to teach me all this, man. I'm learning. I don't know how you do this, but
So
yeah,
that's his flyer. That's the flyer. That's the flyer. Live with Lloyd. So make sure y'all look out. Go to his IG. That's numbers and you on IG. Make sure you hit up and you'll see all his flyers. Like I said, as I look at the flyer, you might have to take off StreamYard because the platform is StreamYard.
Well, I did ask her to take off StreamYard, and she put up the top Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
okay,
so that bottom row is taken off because they didn't know at the time.
I see it. Yes, I see
it. But I got to be honest, Simon. I thank you for this. I mean, you were the. Why you think I want you to join me on Udemy? Why you think I want you to go to over 60 nations like I have?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think, Simon?
Yes,
Come on. Other people look out for each other. We better do it.
That's right. So I'm showing y'all the flyers, family. Of course, he'll be broadcasting on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook Live with Lloyd. Now, what is the YouTube channel? Everybody know the Instagram and the Facebook.
Well, everything I've ever done, Numbers in You.
Numbers in You. So so make sure y'all go to it, and that's going to be every Monday and Wednesdays at his number, 7 p.m. Of
Thank
course.
You. I chose it. Yeah. See, to you, I'm so obvious, right, Simon?
It's so obvious. You know. And tell us what you're going to do with it. How are you going to?
What happens is every Monday and Wednesday, I'm going to come up with topics. Topics that how it works, names, things like that. I got to talk to you about how you push all these belt buttons and whistles and all that stuff to make things. Well, I'll get all that too. What I'm going to do later on is I'm going to do interviews. One of the interviews, one of my first interviews was Brother Francis F. Rebelsbay. I met Francis Rebelsbay on December the 7th of 1978 at the Tree of Life bookstore.
Right.
He is going to be my first guest. Then who after that will be Kalia Washington out of New Jersey. Kalia Washington I used to have on my show. This, and by the way, she's an Aquarius too. Okay. Yeah. She is one of the baddest Aquarius. She calls herself a solar biologist. Pick up on that. That was the title she picked up. Solar biologist. Okay.
That's interesting. Polite has that in his book.
Huh?
Polite has that in his book, Solar Biology.
Yeah. So she had it back then. Okay. Wow. So then I naturally I'm going to have you. Then I'm going to have Kaya. Then I'm going to have Brandon. Then I'm going to have Jackie. Then I'd like to have Hood Mystic. I'd like to have this brother too out of Detroit. His name is Dominic 369. Now Dominic is kind of rough. So you know how they say if you can't stand the heat, you shouldn't go in his kitchen because he don't play. He keeps it raw, he keeps it unfiltered, but he keeps it real, okay? So that's his energy. So I want to have those things. I want to talk about numbers in the news. I want to talk about Bismarcky. Talk about when I do sections of the name change, because a lot of people don't know that Bismarcky's original name was Marcel Hall, Marcelhall. So I don't know what made him change it. DMX, that's not his original name. A lot of these artists, entertainers that we know by their hip hop name, if you knew their original name, they would be shocked and amazed. You know what I'm saying? But these are names that, it wasn't Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle had another name. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's about how, so you and I know the power of a change of name.
Right, exactly.
Okay? So when I did this musical artist, Jean Carn, when she came to me, I added an E to her name, and she testified. And in fact, if you Google her name on Wikipedia, she will tell you when she changed her name, she added an E to her name, and that next CD she recorded was the best selling of all the ones she did before that. Because what we know is about aligning people's energies to their birthdays or their destiny number.
Exactly.
So it's nice. And then you teach the course too. We've done workshops together, you, me, and Kaya. We've done other things. You've always put me out. You put me on blast. And then you want to know why I said don't be calling me no Bob up in this piece. Okay?
Give him a round of applause. you know, I got my applause button.
I mean, you got issues. You got issues. But I will say this.
Yes,
you know, every now and then one gets a little jealous.
Uh-huh.
And when Simon's first book came out, I said, damn, man. His title was so simple. Numbers are simple, which is true. But people are damn so complicated. That is even more so true. And I says, how come I ain't think of that? So to this day, I tell Simon, to the public in the world, I tell Simon that if I had to name a copy for my book, it would have been Numbers Are Simple. With you people, damn, they're complicated, okay?
And you know, what's so funny? I was tossing and turning around it, and that night.
How did you come up with that?
No, what I was tossing and turning about in 20, I forgot, I think 2013, 2014. And I was like, I was tossing and turning. Numbers are simple. Okay, that sounds good. Numbers are simple. Okay, and I kept on, and I said, you know what? Something else is missing. And I went to
hook, right?
Yeah. Then I went to sleep, and the next day, people are complicated. Came right to me just to show you how you could use your forces. Again.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to pull back. If you're thinking too much, sometimes you got to pull back and just do something different. And I find my solace in the dream world, the recorded world, and because I get a lot of downloads and uploads from those
like
realms.
that. And in fact, my online course, Learn from Lloyd, How to Read a Person Like a Book, Learn from Lloyd, the second part, the next step in numerology, all came from me late at night as I was about to doze off, about to sleep. That's how those titles came to me.
Make sure y'all go to his website, www.lloyd-strayhorn.com. He got the
they can also sign up for the free monthly newsletter too.
Yes, everything on there. Go to his website. He got all of that on it, and his 1-800 number. So you know you like the late great Reverend Ike used to say, you can't lose with the stuff we use.
Yeah.
Because he was into metaphysics also. Don't let him fool you.
A lot of these brothers on that level were into metaphysics. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I mean, people just don't get it. But they talked in ways that you had to be of a certain consciousness.
Yes.
And you could hear it, but if you don't have the consciousness or the awareness or understanding, it's just a word that go in one ear and out the other. But for those who are metaphysically trained like ourselves, so when Minister Farrakhan said to me on 2 or 3 occasions when I met him, what I did was supreme mathematics, I understood automatically what he was talking about. There was no question mark about it.
Exactly.
Because the fact that my course is over in 60 countries across this entire globe in 20-something languages says it is a universal science, it's universal mathematics.
And family, I'm not gonna reveal what's about to happen, but I'm taking my brother with me because we're about to have a meeting soon. And that's gonna be, we're gonna have a meeting in Atlanta, so we got something coming up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Look out, family. When this comes out, y'all gonna say, "Oh, that's what I'm talking about."
No question.
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that because it's all love, and I'm not doing it without him. That's how it is. So this is what we got. So, Baba Lloyd, I'm not gonna keep you too long. I just wanted to.
I want to thank you, and thank you for letting me run my mouth on your show. I enjoyed it, man.
Hey, look, I just want to make sure people know that I know that we supposed to know what we.
That's what I'm saying. That's amen. So don't ever call me Bob again. Whatever the equivalent is for brother, that's what you call me, because we are in every sense of the word brothers. We go back in the days of BLS, WLIB, WWRL radio.
Yes.
I mean, our history is long.
Yes, sir. Yes,
it's long. And plus, some of the events that you're going to write about in your autobiography one day is going to be short. Well, I don't know you. Okay.
Well, certain people stepped to me about writing that book too, so I'm going to need your input from a whole nother level. Okay.
Simon, so I already forgot I'm in Alzheimer's stage at this point. Okay. I don't know what. Okay.
Yo, again, family. Let's give our brother Lloyd Strayhorn a
Thank you, Simon.
And if you want to do a numerology session or astronumerology session with him, please call him at 800-581-4401. That's 800-581-4401. Or go to his website and you can do your own, set your own self up.
Yeah, they can sign up for the course, sign up for the free monthly newsletter. But before we go, Simon, what about you? How can people reach you?
Oh, but I'm gonna tell that before I leave anyway, bro.
Oh, okay, all right.
I ain't finished. I'm closing out. I gotta close out with these commercials. I gotta close out with these commercials. I make sure we all right. You know, I got you.
Okay. All right, you gonna put me all on blast. I will put you on blast too, brother. Okay.
Hey, Lloyd, you ever heard of this guy here, Richard Lewis, the black cop, the real deal, Richard Lewis, who wrote the book Black Cop, the most decorated black cop in history, New York's history? I don't know if you remember. You remember this guy?
No, but it wouldn't surprise me knowing we are people of color. Everything we do is really dynamic.
Yes,
people get out of my way. Okay?
I'm gonna be interviewing him this Wednesday. He's a friend of one of my he's a brother of one of my martial arts teachers, Professor.
Do you happen to know his birthday?
I know his brother's birthday, but I believe his birthday is on the 7th of April. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but
he's either a 1 or a 9 or Aries, Leo, or Scorpio.
Definitely Aries. I think he definitely is an Aries energy. I know he's an Aries. Feel the energy. Yeah. So because I never asked him because he's a Christian minister right now. He's not a cop anymore. But
well, tell him about the Old Testament Moses, the 4th book of Numbers, and he'll be fine.
He's an elder. He's old school, so I ain't gonna get too deep on that.
Old school need to get with the new school too.
Exactly, which is actually ancient schools.
You know what? You ain't lying. You ain't lying, Simon.
And that's what I put in the back of the book. I said it's the Numerovational self-help ancient age. I don't put no new age, none of that stuff.
No. It goes way back.
Way back. How can you put new age when it's ancient? It was H.P. Blavatsky that coined that new age stuff. I ain't doing that. Yeah, we beyond that. Yeah. But brother Lloyd, thank you very much all the time.
Thank you, Simon. Much love to you, buddy. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And tell all your children, give all your children and grandchildren a big old hug, man.
I certainly will. I love them all too. You know.
I'll see you in Atlanta. I see you still going to Atlanta, right?
No question.
I'll see you out there, man. All right, let me remind them, Queen of Four is doing a big ascension thing. Make sure you go to her website, queenof4.com. If you want to be a part of that ascension, myself and Lloyd is going to be there because they got a Man Heal Thyself segment. I'm in the book, Man Heal Thyself, the first one, the original one, because she opened it up on the lecture we did in Harlem. That's when she started it, Man Heal Thyself, again, reopened it. So
yeah, I don't know whether I was in the first book or the second book, but I know I'm in one of those books.
He was in the first book. I remember that one. Definitely.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Okay.
I have it here somewhere. I know I got it here somewhere. I know, we got all these books all over the place. Yeah. I got it here somewhere, but Man Heal Thyself, and of course the Sacred Women. They're having it from July 29th to August 1st.
Yep. Yeah, 4 days.
Different days, and it's gonna be over there near Soul Vegetarian. That place is a big hall upstairs where we had Dr. Sabi and Dr. Africa, and there's a holistic place right downstairs. So that's where the Sacred Women event is going to be at. But you must go to queenof4.com to find out further information. Lloyd and I will be there, and a whole host of healers and teachers and they're going to be there in the building. So can't wait.
Yep. Simon, thank you. Love you much, man. You take good care, buddy. All right.
You too, brother. All right.
Peace.
That's our brother. Robert Lloyd, man, I want to thank him for coming up, of course. Woo! That was good. Yeah. We get ready to close out, family. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, we want to thank our brother Lloyd Strayhorn, for coming in. And just because we putting that up there, let's start off with his advertisement. Remember, go to his website. That's www.lloyd-strayhorn.com to get his books, join his newsletter, and you want to take his classes. He got 2 classes up on lloyd-strayhorn.com for a reasonable price right now. Make sure you hit him up, share some love, spread some love, and go to check out our brother Lloyd Strayhorn. You want to take my class? Take his class first. Get my course after, because it's on another level from my perspective. Holistic Numerovation. It is regularly $222.22. But we have a special going all the way to July 31st for $199.99. You get 2 links that you'll be able to watch over and over at your discretion, and it's 8 hours. So the first link is like 3 hours and a half, and the second link is like 5 hours and a half. So it's about 8-9 hours of information, raw, uncut, chalkboard, PowerPoint information. I had to make it raw and uncut because I like to do what I do and make things happen from a basic mathematical, applied mathematical perspective. So make sure you get on my course and either DM me or hit me up on email right on the flyer there, the numerovator@gmail, if you're interested. All right, give me a little time to reach out because I'm taking care of so many stuff. If you do email me, but if you hit me up on my number at 347-496-1022. If you hit me up on my number now, you will get me much faster than the emails. I'm just being honest. If you hit me up on this number here, you get me more faster at 347-496-1022. And if you're on WhatsApp, if you live outside the United States, hit me up on WhatsApp if you want to get that course, the 2 links that you can listen to at your discretion. Get your notebook, pad, and pen, and just write things down. That's how we're gonna be doing it with it. All right. So yeah, it's hot. It's hot. Okay, so let's go through some of the commercials. Don't forget this coming Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, we got Black Cop, the real deal. This man was a highly decorated police officer for bravery. He's helped our community in multiple ways, saved women, saved children back in the 70s. So I'm bringing him on. The one, the only Richard Lewis will be here with us. He wrote a book called Black Cop, the real deal. It's all about integrity when it comes to these police officers, man. Real integrity. And this brother was actually scrutinized for having so much integrity and honesty in the police force. So we're going to be having him on about his book. We're going to talk about his book. Also, if you want any of my book family, please take your time out to go to my link tree. If you want any of my books, take the time out to go to my link tree. This is my link tree. That's /King Simon, the Numerovator. That's /King Simon, the Numerovator, right there on Linktree. So if you're interested, make sure get all 4 of the books. It's all on Linktree right now. These are my girls, man, my good friends. Better Health Shop. That's right, Better Health Shop. They got moringa. They got burdock root. They got the pure monatomic gold, pure colloidal silver. This is their website. Make sure you hit them up. That's betterhealthshop.etsy.com. That's betterhealthshop.etsy.com. You can text them or call them at 1-800-820-7822. That's 1-800-820-7822. Give them a call, give them a text, or hit them up on their website and see all their products, all right? Showing them love, of course. As we continue, next, big up to my son with all his music. Look at that link on the bottom. Make sure you support his music. He got great music out there. This is his link. This is his bio link, and everything else are all musical platforms. You can get his music. He's a multi-talented artist. Make sure you show him some love in every form of fashion. That's my firstborn, and that's what we dealing with, family business. Don't forget this Wednesday, my partner in Vibe will be with me. My partner in Vibe will be with me. The one, the only Empress Aisha Amor will be with me. So big up to her. And don't forget, this is her products right here. And this is her Womillion Adornment Womillion Adornments. Make sure you hit her up. And here is her information if you want to hit her up. She's our regular co-host. And of course, her email is empressaishaamore@gmail.com, and she can spread love via Cash App, at $Empress Amore. So give her some love, support her earrings, support her brand. She got some new stuff about to come out. I see it on Womillion Adornment already. So big up to her. Bang! Here's the real estate master herself. She's growing, she's doing what she's doing. She got her own real estate. She got real estate from here to Trinidad, so she can show you how to do it and make it happen. Also, big up to Janelle Lewis, real estate expert and salesperson and consultant. Hit her up at 347-866-1153, 347-866-1153. Once again, Lloyd Strayhorn. Once again, you know what it is. There it is. Of course, make sure you show Lloyd some love. That's www.lloyd-strayhorn.com. Pedalwise. Big up to Pedalwise all day, every day. Big up the Pedalwise all day. If you want that coupon code, this is what you need to do. If you want that coupon code to buy their fibroid products for women, breast products for women, throat products for women, mental health consultations, this sister can do it for you. Pedalwise.com. That's pedalwise.com, pedalwise.com. And it's a 10% off if you use the coupon code KING2021. That's KING2021. Last but not least, if you want to do a numerovational session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And once again, if you live outside of the United States, use WhatsApp. Use WhatsApp, the same number, 347-496-1022. If you live outside of the United States of America. Big up to Miss Lino, Shaquana Lino. What's up, Shaquana? California. What's up, Sister California? Melanated Stargate. Big up to all y'all on Facebook, all of y'all on Twitter. Big up to all of y'all on the Numerovation Nation or the Ministry of Numerovation. And big up to all y'all on, of course, King Simon Presents. Big up to all y'all for showing this love, okay? And last but not least, content disclaimer. You know how we do. I don't care who comes up on here. I'm always watching my back. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guests, speakers, or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Let's give that a well-deserved round of applause. As we get ready to cut on out. All right, we're going to say a prayer like Empress Aisha Moore. This is a prayer that was founded and discovered by Dr. Delbert Blair. If you want to support Dr. Delbert Blair's legacy, please go to his website, www.themetacenter2.com. That's www.themetacenter2. They sell magnets on there. They say Faraday Tech. They sell books. They sell his books also, and much more at themetacenter2.com. All right, let me turn down the applause button for the prayer. Let's turn down for the prayer. Everybody take a nice seated position. If you're laying down, it's all right, but I want you to breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. I think I'm going to bring on a yoga expert. She hit me up today. She's born September the 28th, so I'm going to see if I can bring her on. I'm going to check my calendar when I'm in Atlanta, see if I can bring her on one of my Sundays or Wednesdays. But she is part of the Shrine of Ma'at, and I see she does great things with the Shrine. I met her at the African Arts Festival, and she was doing a breathing exercise just like so. Everybody take a deep breath again. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. One more time. Exhale through your mouth. All right. Let's say the prayer. Let's say the prayer. Don't worry about me breaking up. It's all right. I ain't got no time for the foolishness. We're going to keep it moving. I'm all right. Let's say the prayer. You can say it silently to yourself as I say it aloud. You can say it silently to yourself as I say it aloud. Y'all ready? Please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind and my spirit and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. Let's say it again. This time we're going to incorporate everyone in the prayer. Please, universal creator, know in our heart that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open my mind and our minds and our spirit and our soul to receive only truth and your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair. 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 All right, family. I am out of here. Take care. Stay at peace. Stay focused. As we close out, y'all be safe. Y'all take care of yourself. And I will talk to y'all another time, regardless of land, label, or language. But one creator. Oh, you mighty nation, you can accomplish what you will. Later.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.